First National Bank of Lake Jackson presents Bank On It with your host, Dave Mayberry.
Welcome all, both here in our studios and those streaming online. We are very excited and proud to have as our guest today my good friend Sandra Shaw, Brazosport Chamber President and CEO. Welcome, Sandra.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, we finally got you here.
Finally, yes.
Well, our schedules sometimes conflict.
They did conflict for a while, yes.
But I'm so happy to have you here.
Well,
really.
I'm glad to be here.
We should have a video of this. She looks fantastic, everybody.
Right.
Congratulations to you personally, Sandra, for driving this economic engine that you do for nearly 50 years.
Yeah.
Time really flies, doesn't it?
It does.
When is the anniversary?
It's in January. I'll be there 50 years in January.
Are we going to have a big old party or what?
No, probably not.
You know they're going to, whether you want to or not.
I've been told that, but...
You know what's more incredible than that, though? Is that they hired you when you were only 9 years old.
They did. Actually, I was 10.
Okay, well.
But it was close, yes.
That's beautiful.
I was very young. Yes, I was very
50
young.
50 years, that's a long time.
And it's a long time to do anything. Yeah, 50 years.
And that's not just representing one town. You're about eight.
Eight cities. We represent all 8 cities.
And you're always, we're good friends, and I can't catch you at the office half the time. You're mowing and blowing and going.
We're going. Yeah, we're busy.
You've always had great support from your staff, and I was over there yesterday during that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell us a little bit about your current staff and some of their many responsibilities and what they do?
Sure. I am so lucky to have the staff that I have. I'm really envied by other chamber presidents because we're a family. We're a team. I've, as you just mentioned, been there 49 years. Edith Fisher has been there 27 years, and Christy's coming up on 13 years, I think. So yeah, we're long timers, and the continuity is really good for the chamber. You've got the history, you know what you can do, what you can't do, you know the laws, you know what's happened in the past. So it's good for the chamber. It's good for the community.
So your 2 employees are 27 years and 13 years.
Uh-huh.
Are they thinking about putting them on full time or what?
We're thinking. We're thinking about it.
Edith took care of the meeting that we had yesterday.
Yes, she
and
did.
Again, it was flawless.
Yeah, she did. I was at a DALCAP meeting. We had 4 things yesterday that I had to do, so I couldn't be at both of them. But I was at a DALCAP meeting, and I'm privileged to be on the CAP there. But yeah, Edith is very good. She's been director of tourism, but I did promote her to executive vice president, so she's kind of both tourism and chamber now. So does a great job. In fact, we're making presentations to all the cities that we get funding from, get the hot tax from. We were at Clute yesterday, last night. We're in Surfside, and we go to Freeport next week. We did Lake Jackson last week.
So everybody there wears more than one hat.
Oh, absolutely. We all work on everything.
Multitask, everybody.
Multitask, yeah.
Your board of directors is really knowledgeable business people that know what's going on, and a capable group, too, that reads really like a who's who here in Brazosport County. With David Winder, he's leading the way as your chairman of the board, and Tammy Bell is the chair-elect, I believe, and support of like 8 more on the executive committee, followed by around 15 on the board of directors. How does it feel to have so many great people like that supporting you?
We are so lucky to have people of the character that we have and the influence they have in the community to be on our board. We've always had really good people on the board. They support us. They're there for us. They understand the community. They understand what a chamber does. And so, yes, it's a great benefit to the staff to have that kind of backing.
And it's so many different entities that are involved. So it's just a wonderful mesh together. Everybody works with each other.
Yes, it's very diverse. We have small business, we have industry, we have in between, we have all different types. And that's what we want, to really represent the community.
And every time we have a meeting, either at the chamber or somewhere else, it feels like a family reunion. I mean, everybody's like, hey, we're loving on each other and having a good time. And that just makes this area special. And y'all have been a huge part of that.
Well, thank you. That's key to getting things done. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're not going to do it right. So we enjoy what we do.
The Brazosport Chamber is now in its 81st year. Is that right?
That's true.
And it continues to serve individuals and, of course, businesses while serving 8 different cities. Was there a specific moment or a person that inspired you to take this leap, to take over this this lead role?
No, when I started in '77, I was the bookkeeper. Came in as to take care of the books. Then I was over membership development. Then I was membership in finance, and then it went to executive director. And then in '91 is when I got the president CEO's position. So I could see, it's a privilege for us to be a little bit a part of something that's good for the community, that's happening in the community. There's a lot of things that the chamber's involved in that no one knows about. We're in the back promoting or helping to get it here, and that's what we do, and we let them announce it when they come in.
Well, it's kind of nice that you've been in every single degree of the
Mm-hmm.
way those chambers run
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it
before you
helps
took
to
over it in
understand. Yeah.
91.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. How did the local community influence your early days at the chamber?
Oh wow. Well, when I went to work for the chamber, had no idea what a chamber was about. I thought they cut ribbons and handed out maps, which we do, but that's a very, very small part of what we do. But it so intrigued me of being able to know what's going on in the community. Sometimes being the first to understand something's coming, being able to help with that project and help it come to fruition. That's that's a big incentive to stay.
We had, as you know, your friend Gary Martin
Mm-hmm.
here
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks ago doing the podcast also, and he pulls out when I went over to his office, a picture of you
Yes.
working for Leo Martin.
Yeah.
And of course, it was a black and white picture, but I said,
Yeah.
God, her hair looks as black as coal. He goes, it was.
It was. It changed over the
Hey,
years.
mine was too, okay,
I
when
did.
I had hair.
I worked for Leo for 6 or 7 years for Volkswagen, and then was off for a while. But we remained friends. Dusty and Gary and I are just we're family.
You feel like
They-
family with them.
Oh, I absolutely do.
He tells me he loves me every time we talk.
Yeah,
I go,
tells me that
I
too.
believe him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I'm not special.
You're not special.
Okay. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be back with Sandra in just a moment. 2026 marks the Brazosport Chamber of Commerce's 81st anniversary. The Chamber's purpose is to create a positive business environment. The Chamber is people-driven, with a diverse membership that addresses important community issues with an emphasis on economic development. Covering 8 cities, the Chamber gives members a place to belong, where they can collaborate with others, energized by a common drive and a passion for excellence. Make a difference. Be the difference. Join the Brazosport Chamber of Commerce at 979-285-2501 and help make Brazoria County where businesses want to locate and people desire to live. Our podcast today is sponsored by First National Bank of Lake Jackson, featuring financial services with the integrity that you deserve. Let's talk. Call or come by and let's discuss your goals and plans for the future. First National Bank of Lake Jackson, putting you first for over 63 years. Member FDIC. We are back with Sandra Shaw, President and CEO of the Brazosport Chamber. How do you think having a business in Brazoria County differs from anywhere else?
Well, the whole culture is different here. You're in a industrial complex, but also in a recreational spot. We have the best fishing on the Gulf Coast because we're the only coastal mainland. You don't have to go through an estuary or a anything to get out to deep water, which is one of the reasons the port is so successful. And it is different here. But I think people understand it's a different climate. We're very friendly here. We're very pro-business here. So that helps to attract new businesses, new industry.
And it has. I mean, that port, my goodness.
No, it's grown
Couldn't be more proud of
substantially.
that.
Phyllis has done a great job.
Hadn't she?
Absolutely.
She's done
And their
great.
board. Mm-hmm.
How has the local communities supported the chamber when it was difficult times?
They've always been there for us. Even, obviously during COVID to kind of pay them back. No one knew who was open. No one could advertise. So we started our free ad newsletter. so that they could have a quarter-page ad that we would send out. It's free. It's still free. We're still doing that even after COVID all
We
these
take
years.
advantage of it.
Absolutely.
And you're great about putting it in there for us. We love that.
Yeah, a lot of people take advantage of it. So it's something we can give back to our members for staying with us all these years.
You're responsible, or the chamber and its support is responsible for getting some businesses or some different things down to Brazoria County.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about one or two of those that you have in mind that you could talk about, that you had at least a role in part of
Yeah.
it.
There's been so many, but I'll choose one. I can remember when Dow was trying to get the cracker in, and Earl Ship was this VP out there, and he came to the chamber and said, "Can you help us?" We put together a letter with all the taxing entities on it, stating that we wanted this. They were welcome. We wanted it to come here. That went to Midland, and I'm told that had something to do with getting it here.
Well, you got to
We
be proud of
hope
that.
so.
And
Oh,
I know there were many others too.
Absolutely.
Tell us the story about how you got the new location for the chamber, which is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
And it's perfect.
We at the other building down on 332. That I had been in that building 30 years. I'm not sure when they moved into it.
What do they use that for now?
BASF bought it from us.
I never seen anybody there. What they do? Something?
Yeah. No, they are in there. I'm not sure what I've been back in it once when right after we moved. They had some mail for us. I went back in it once, and they just had some offices in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what they do in there, but yeah. When the freeway came in, the expansion of the freeway, that feeder road was going to change. That access road was going to change to where you couldn't get to us. You would have to go all the way around and come back to the chamber. So that
tour of Freeport.
Yeah, tour of Clute, So I went to Tommy Block and I said, we're going to die down here. Nobody can get to us. We need some property. Do you have anything you could help us with? Tommy Block was the VP at the time.
Right.
And he said, let's have breakfast. So we did the next morning. We talked about it. And so the next day he called me and said, I want you to come out here and look at something. They rolled out the plat of land, which was over here, which was part of the old airport, if you'll remember,
Yes.
a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a few things on it, but not a lot of businesses. And he said, which do you want? And I said, well, we'll take we'll take anything. We just need to move. We need to be at the front door of the community. And he said, no, if you had your druthers, which would you want? Which would you take? I said, well, this corner here is really nice. It was 1.5 acres. And he said, okay, let me see what I can do. And called me about a week later and we got it.
You need to go to breakfast more often.
I do. It was a good breakfast.
That was a heck of a breakfast.
Yeah. And so we started in on a campaign. We did sell the other building to BASF. And then we started on a campaign. It took about 8 or 9 months to build that. Ballard Builders, Bobby Ballard built it for us. And so we moved into it September of 2006. So we're 20 years in September.
I can't believe that.
I can't either. The staff, we can't even believe we've been there 20 years.
And for those of you who haven't visited your local chamber, you're welcome all the time.
Absolutely.
Whether you're a member or not, you need to be a member. But if you're not, go by and see what you got and meet the folks and all that. And they'd love to see you there and show you around.
Absolutely.
But it's gorgeous.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sandra, which local traditions, and I know you got so many of them, and I can think of one that's huge for Brazoria County, but what local traditions or events have become part of the chamber's identity?
Probably the one thing most people think about is Taste of the Town.
That's a big one.
It was big. We did that for 29 years, and it was huge. We started out at the Armadillo Ballroom, and first year it was fine. The second year...
Did Raymond Punch own it?
He did. Yes, he did. The second year, we had cars up and down the highway on both sides. We kept throwing breakers inside the building. There were so many people there, so we knew we had to move it. So I talked to Lucilla. Henderson was at the mall at the time. We moved it to the mall, and that's where it stayed. We had to do it on a Sunday.
It was huge success.
It was huge. We had 3,500 people out there each time.
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of volunteers.
Oh, yeah.
We had to do it on a Sunday when they were closed at 6 o'clock. We would have to close them all down and then get everybody out and then bring them back in at 6:30, which was a chore. But it was a huge success. COVID came along. We could not do it. The last one we did was 2019. we could not do anymore. We had already been talking about changing them because this is a huge thing on the restaurants. They had to pay their staff overtime. It was Sunday. Food was getting higher. It was becoming a stress on them. So we thought, we're going to change this up. But then COVID came along and it forced us to change it up. So we went into our dinner and auction, which is, by the way, August 6th, coming up August 6th. That is our only major fundraiser a year. So I know you were there last year. We have a lot of unique items, auction items, great dinner, great fun. Jarrett Smith is our auctioneer again this year.
You can't get better than that.
Would not do it with. He knows I would not do it without.
I'm crazy about him.
I love Jarrett.
He's pulled me out of the weeds several times.
He's a great
People want me to auction. I go, I'm really not an auctioneer. Y'all are just asking because I don't charge anything.
He's something else. He's very good. He brings in a lot of money that enables us to continue on with all the projects that we do and the issues that we address for our business community.
What about Missouri County Day?
Oh, Missouri County Day.
In Austin,
absolutely.
Texas.
My husband, Wayne Shaw,
Yep.
I
want you to talk about that.
Okay.
That's what I was getting.
Was the founder of Missouri County Day. That started in 1973 and is still going on. I think this is going to be the 51st or 52nd year coming up. February 9th of 2027 will be the next Missouri County Day. So, yes, that's still going on. He did a great job on that.
Who started that world's largest shrimp cocktail?
He did.
Really?
That was his, that's what he coined it, the world's largest shrimp cocktail.
Do they still serve it in a boat or what?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the boat, a few years before he passed away, they took that boat and put SS Wayne Shaw on the back of it. So you'll see it.
That's a great tribute.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Let me ask you a Barbara Walters question.
Okay.
If Sandra Shaw could go back to day one, when you started taking over for the chamber, what advice would you give yourself?
Ooh, wow. I would probably say have a little bit more fun with it. I have fun with it, but I'm very strategic in everything that we do. I want to make sure it's done right for the members, right for the community. I'm very pointed at everything that we do. We critique everything. After we do anything, we critique it and say, how can we improve it next year? So I'm very stern on that. But I also have some fun with it. I've got to meet great people and obviously work with great people over the years.
Do you, after you put together a meeting or something, off-site meeting or something like that, when do you finally take the breath? You were just talking about you always stressing yourself. I want to make sure that this person's taken care of.
Yes.
Is the mic working? Is the food people here? What's going on? When do you finally go, God?
Yeah, I do. After that, I think, oh, that went really well. This is good. We did good thing for the members, did good thing for the community. I'm satisfied with it. And then I take a breath.
But after it's over?
After it's over. Oh, yeah, after it's over.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Now, here's a loaded question for you. And I know you don't want to forget anyone, but because you have so many beautiful people and businesses in Missouri County, but just a couple of your favorite local places to visit or eat or just relax when you need to get rid of the stress and stuff. Like I was saying, for example, I was talking to Ken Lamont at Lamont Plumbing, Lee's good friend. And I said, my wife and I were born here, but we still love to go to the beach and just chill out and relax and just take it all in.
It's amazing how many people don't take advantage of what we have here.
The Clarion.
The Clarion. Oh, my gosh. I think all of the really big entertainers that have been out there have said that's one of the most prestigious places and best for acoustics that they've ever been in.
I mentioned Larry Gatlin said that.
Yeah, Larry Gatlin said that. I think Clint Black said that. Lyle Lovett said that. All of them have complimented and what a wonderful
the
venue to have.
Are you kidding? Isn't that nice?
And another thing, the planetarium. Very few areas have what we have in the Clarion and the planetarium and all of this to put together. Sea Center.
The museum.
Museums we have and the history that we have. It all started here. Texas started here. So we have a lot going for us to promote.
I met my grandson at the museum. I was taking him to the planetarium and his dad and him, and we went in the museum, and I had done the vocals for the seashells, all along that walk. Of course, that was back in the old days, and it's probably on tape. You just push that button.
Yeah, it does.
And I said, Henry, come over here and push this button. He goes, boop. And he goes, okay. He goes, did you see that tornado machine over there that you can stand in? I said, yeah, but
You want to hear me?
this is Grandy right here. He goes, that's great. Have you seen this tornado machine over here? You talk about bringing me back down to earth.
Yeah, I can tell you a story about the planetarium too. That shuttle that hangs in the lobby of the planetarium.
Yeah.
Okay. Wayne had some contacts at NASA, and he wanted to. In fact, he was president of Rotary, I think, and wrote the first check to the planetarium from Rotary. He knew somebody at NASA that had this mock-up. The shuttle that hangs out there is actually the one they used in the wind tunnel. This actually one from NASA. It wasn't made someplace. He and Bob Schweibel took a truck and trailer over there, picked it up. They gave it to him, put it on the thing, and they're coming back down probably 2004, and it flew off the trailer.
Oh, no, it didn't.
And they had to get it. But the modelers in the area took it and it wasn't painted up like the shuttle. It had tape on it. Everything was used in the wind tunnel. They painted it up, and that's what's hanging out there in the planetarium.
Well, Wayne's put his name all over this. He needs to get back here.
Yeah, he does. And
He's got work to do.
Business Roundtable. He started.
Which you and I go to all the time when I can.
Yes, well, when I can. Mm-hmm.
What is one dream project? We never did talk about where you like to go, but I guess
any chamber member is where I like to go.
That is so vanilla pudding. Can you pass me some of that, please? Very safe, good. What is one dream project, though, that Sandra Shaw would like to see in the Brazosport area?
I think
it could be anything.
If we have a lot of things for kids here, but some family venue events, Chicken and Pickle, Great Wolf Lodge would be wonderful. A Dave and Buster's, something like that really the kids could, younger people could go to.
We pride ourselves, and we talked earlier about this, but we pride ourselves here that we're in a family atmosphere.
Oh, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I walk in the door, they know my name. We're customers of yours. I'm customers of other banks also. But they know they're very friendly here. And even in the driving window, which I go to the driving window more than I come in. But everybody's very nice.
That's because you're always in a hurry. You need to slow down.
It's true. I am in a hurry.
I know you've got a place up country on a lake somewhere.
I do.
I know you don't get there as often as you can.
I don't. I was there last weekend. It's over in Kemah, right on the water, that we bought a while before Wayne passed away. We had always wanted a place over there, and so it's a very small little condo, but it's relaxing.
Good for you. Well, Sandra, you know that you're one of my very special friends, and I'm so happy and proud to have time for you to speak with us today.
Well,
glad you got to share some of your insights and what's been going on at the Chamber. And we know, again, in August
6th.
August the 6th is the big one.
Mm-hmm. It's the big one. We would invite everyone to come out and have a good time.
It's a who's who, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Be there, or they're going to say, who's that?
That's true.
Well, for our guest, Sandra Shaw with the Brazosport Chamber, First National Bank of Lake Jackson, and our producer, Lee Cowan with Marketing and Creative LLC, I'm Dave Mayberry, saying thanks for joining us, and we look forward to our next podcast, and you can bank on it. This podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only and does not constitute legal or financial advice. Please consult with a professional for specific advice tailored to your situation. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the host and any guest and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of First National Bank of Lake Jackson. This episode discusses topics that are subject to change. Always review your current sources.